Hello all and welcome, and I am the MGTOW philosopher, and in this video I would like to talk about Matt Lauer being fired from NBC's Today Show over inappropriate sexual behavior. Now let me just say, I have very little sympathy for Matt Lauer. He is a pussy boy, a wimp, a mangina, cuck. He is a white knight leftist scumbag who pushes the libtards agenda. Essentially, he is a sellout. He is a political whore. So I have zero sympathy for him, really. However, at the same time, I would like to point out the hypocrisy of the left, because this guy has been pushing their agenda for decades on his crap morning show. And then, all of a sudden, one single little sexual assault or sexual harassment or whatever complaint. Bye-bye, Matt. Bye-bye. Yes, the left is eating their own. But of course, because they're the biggest hypocrites, and eventually they are going to get found out for the shit they do. Like this guy, this white knight pussy mangina. It's almost always the case that male feminists like this guy are the biggest perpetrators of sexual assault and abuse against women. That's right, the white knights who are championing women's rights are usually the biggest offenders. So anyhow, let's get to the meat of this story and see how much validity that it has. NBC has fired mad news anchor Matt Lauer over sexual harassment allegations by an employee. Okay, so singular? So automatically, virtue signaling pops into my head that the network wants to virtue signal to everyone that they have zero tolerance and they will just eject anybody who does such horrible things. So NBC is trying to virtue signal, and since it's controlled by feminists and women, that's what they do. We have no evidence. It's just an allegation. But even an allegation is enough because we always believe women. So this is the thing that's troubling to me. Not that Matt Lauer got kicked out in this so that I have a problem with this douchebag hypocrite being punished. Oh no. This piece of shit scumbag of the left, I'm glad he's gone. Traitor to men, traitor to his own culture, a political whore, sellout to the left. Bye-bye. What I have a problem with is that he has been let go on these grounds. Basically nothing. Just an allegation. One allegation from one person. Is there any evidence? Does she have pictures? Does she have tape recordings? Oh no, she just says he did something bad. Okay. So the network president for news said in a memo to his staff Wednesday, the Today Show was canned. The Today Show host was canned for inappropriate workplace conduct. What does that mean? Inappropriate workplace conduct. I can think of like a bajillion things that would be inappropriate. You know, taking a dump on someone's desk, walking around naked, eating Cheetos while he's on air. I mean, I think there'll be lots of different things that are inappropriate, okay? What does that mean exactly? Could you define what that means? On Monday night, we received a detailed complaint from a colleague about inappropriate sexual conduct in the workplace by Matt Lauer. It represented, after serious review, a clear violation of our company's standard. You received a detailed complaint from a colleague. Do you have proof? I mean, isn't this just like he said, she said? You can't really fire people with no evidence, can you? Oh, well, sure we can, because it's a guy, and we want a virtue signal that we're on board with the MeToo hashtag bullshit. It represented, after serious review, a clear violation of our company standard. As a result, we've decided to terminate his employment. We have no evidence. It's just she says something. So it's just his word against hers. But, hey, we're going to believe the woman because, vagina. Wow, it's his first complaint. This is hysteria. This Weinstein crap, Harvey Weinstein crap has become a witch hunt. It's become a witch hunt. Anybody accused in any way, shape, or form. So some broad didn't like him. She could be lying. You don't know. But if you could have some broad that just didn't like him, make up a complaint, and because of this witch hunt hysteria, he'd be fired automatically. This is what's troubling to me. It's his first complaint in over 20 years at NBC. But we're presented with reason to believe this may not. So this is right here. You have a massive amount of doubt. So we were presented with reason to believe. That's not evidence. You were presented that this may not So, so we've got twice vague language questioning whether or not it's even true in the same sentence. Possibility may not have been an isolated incident, which means it may have been an isolated incident. You don't know. If they had any actual hardcore evidence, they would be showing it to you, telling it to you. So it's all doubt, but we're just going to fire him anyway because, Weinstein. Our highest priority is to create a workplace environment where everyone feels safe and protected. Yeah, and ensure that any actions that run counter to our core values are met with consequences no matter who the offender is. Unless the offender is a woman, of course, and then you'll try to hide those actions or you won't report on it at all. But if it's a man on your staff and one woman accuses him of something, well, we're just going to virtue signal and feed into the witch hunt hysteria that's going on by firing them. We are deeply saddened by the turn of events. I doubt it. They're probably looking for reasons to get rid of this guy for a while because it gives them the opportunity to bring in another host who's a woman, or they can just get rid of him entirely and not replace him with anyone. Yeah, yet further effort to feminize TV by getting rid of another man on the show. We're deeply saddened by this turn of events, but we will face it together as a news organization. What do you mean face it together? What does that mean? Who else are you facing it with? With each other? So you're facing it together, all of you. Oh, yeah, poor Matt. And do it in a transparent manner as we go. What transparency? You haven't given us any evidence. You're just giving all these vague assertions that don't really spell out anything except he said, she said. To that end, Noah, NBC President Noah Oppenheim, a real pussy, of course, and I will be meeting with many of you as possible throughout the day today to answer your questions. Yeah, there's been a bullshit narrative that justifies firing a guy that's been working for you for like 25 years or something. And again, I hate Matt Lauer. He's a sellout political whore. But what concerns me is that there was no evidence for his firing. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got some of these people in these network newscasts that have been accused of multiple allegations. The network has paid off tons of them. But him? Oh, no, he's got to go. Yeah, that morning show is mostly watched by women. Women. We really want to get more women on the show. We want to get rid of the only man. We got to get rid of him. Yeah, how can we get rid of him? Oh, let's fabricate some bullshit sexual assault claim. Or let's just, wait, because every single man in media is eventually going to be accused by somebody. Savannah Guthrie made the stunning announcement at the top of the Today Show where Lauer has been a staple for 2 decades and where she worked with him since 2012. Yeah, she's probably the one that made the allegation. Who knows? This is a sad morning today on NBC News, she said, adding that she was informed just moments before going on air. As I'm sure you can understand, we are devastated. I'm heartbroken for Matt. Yeah, I bet you are, honey, as you take his job over. He's my dear, dear friend and partner. Guthrie added that she was heartbroken for the woman who accused Lauer for misconduct, saying it's Wait, what? Okay, first she's heartbroken for Matt, and he's a dear, dear friend, and in the next sentence she throws him under the bus. Guthrie added she was heartbroken for the woman who accused Lauer of misconduct, saying it's long overdue. Long overdue. You kick Matt Lauer's ass out of here. Yeah. Heartbroken for the woman who accused Lauer. Where was the court trial? What happened to innocent until proven guilty? Oh, I see. So if a woman accuses a man of something, he's guilty automatically. He has to prove his innocence, and until he can, he's canned, and he's canned anyway, because they would never take him back regardless. It's long overdue that women feel comfortable standing up to abusive men like that scumbag Matt Lauer, who I said was my dear, dear friend, but now I've labeled him as an abusive man because one woman said he did something at some time, somewhere, but I have no evidence. Co-host Hoda Khatib, what a weird name, said she has known Lauer for years and loved him as a friend and a colleague, but because of the scarlet letter that we branded on his head now for being accused of being a witch, a sexual abuser, I can't be friends with him anymore. It's hard to reconcile the man who walks in every day with the person mentioned in the complaint. It's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt, all this bullshit. This Harvey Weinstein shit. It's like how in the media where these psychologists are telling the media all the time the things they shouldn't do to encourage these wacko mass shooters. You know, don't spend 24/7 reporting on this. Don't spend too much time talking about this guy. Make it as minimal a news story as possible, or you're going to encourage more wackos to go out and shoot up schools and shit. Well, this is the same thing. This bullshit around Harvey Weinstein and this push by the left to imply that it's more and more men. There's more and more men. Ladies, please come out. Please come out and tell us. Is encouraging women to make shit up. Oh, but no, women don't lie. Women never lie. Women are the most honest creatures on earth. They never make anything up. They're so pure. It's men who are evil, I tell you. Men. It's a perfect example of what hysteria can lead to. A witch hunt that destroys a guy's career. A guy who's a scumbag and I don't like. But the problem I have is that how it was gone about, how the left went about this, and the way the left is, I mean, you know, this narrative is what bothers me, that they're eating themselves fine, whatever. You know, all these supposedly what were, you know, great guys in Hollywood, except for Weinstein, of course. People knew he was a scumbag for years, but he was powerful, and he was getting them jobs and gigs, so they ignored it until one cunt, you know, came forward and, you know, reported this, but for decades, plenty of other cunts had no problem with their $25 million paychecks. But eventually one had a problem. Yeah, after enough years had passed, and she could get some virtue points. And now you got all these other women coming forward trying to get their 15 minutes of fame and get their virtue points and get their easy, quick reward of virtue from the media. Yeah, I'm so great, I'm so wonderful. Love me, I'm a victim. So let me know what you think of this story in the comments of section of this video. Let me know what you think specifically of Matt Lauer, that pussified wimp, scumbag, sellout of all men, political whore, and of the hysteria and the witch hunt that's going on in the media now, that while it's good that they're devouring themselves, it's bad that they're trying to take their own, who are all feminists and Marxists, and trying to then delegitimize them as former members of the left, and now try to just cast them into a different role as, oh no, they're not leftists, they're men first and foremost, and this is all men. Please like, subscribe, and donate to my Patreon if you're so inclined. You will find a link both in the description of this video and its last 20 seconds. I am the MGTOW philosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.